Herren Project Ambassador. Oh my God. Let me start that. Oh, see, now I'm messing up. Here we go. Now it's my turn to mess up.
Bloopers.
Yes. All right. So ready? One. Wait a minute.
Do you want to just redo the entire intro?
Yeah.
My name is Izzy.
I'm Eric. Izzy's co-host.
Welcome to the couch. Today, Eric's going to start the updates for you. Eric?
Yes. So, guys, if you haven't gotten your Herren Project Youth Ambassador applications, then please do so because they're going to be due at the email below in the next few weeks. And if you would like to become an ambassador, but you don't know where to get the sheets, just email us below at the email and we can send them to you.
Boom, bang, done.
3. And guys, with school, maybe school has already started up for you. You're in your first week or two, or maybe it hasn't yet. We just want to affirm and let you know to still continue, as we talked about last episode. Check in with yourself. Check in with your friends, right? This is an odd time. None of us have gone through anything like this. And going back to school, you may have to start a new routine of things. So it's very important that we get a hold of this new routine that we may have. You know, you may be online learning for a day or two and in school 2-3 days a week. So it's important you check in with yourself. You check in with your friends. I would say a few days a week, not just once or twice a month, a week. I think it's important to get together with your friends, right? As we talked about a few episodes ago when we were talking about how this affected us through maybe Zoom calls, on FaceTimes, and then or even telephone calls, and see how everyone's doing. Talk to each other. So yeah, just keep that up. Me and Izzy in the Herren Project, we can't stress that enough, that in these uncertain, stressful times, it's so important to keep up communication with others and to keep up with your routine. Done.
Exactly what Eric said. Yep. You know, it's a very stressful, uncertain time, and just make sure you're checking in with yourself. Be easy on yourself. It's a very weird time.
Yeah. Well, I think just to add to that really quickly, I think, you know, when checking in, it's important to be honest, right? It's important when you're checking in. Don't, if you're feeling some kind of way, don't just be like, nah, you know, no. If you're feeling that way, then it's important to talk to somebody about it, a friend, a brother, a sister, a cousin, somebody to kind of express that, how you're feeling. Don't just push it to the side.
Yep. Agreed. So with that being said, we have some awesome youth guests. Tonight, our first youth guest is going to be Natalie. So let's bring her on. Hello, Natalie. Welcome.
Hi, Natalie.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful. Awesome. Wonderful. So it's so awesome to have you on with us. So we haven't had many youth guests. We had one other. Her name was Mia. She's an absolutely wonderful girl. She's 7th grade. So why don't you start off by introducing yourself, you know, grade, where you're from, if you would like.
Yeah. So my name's Natalie. I'm an incoming junior, and I live in Connecticut.
Oh, awesome. So you don't live too far from me. And I mean, you live like maybe a state or two away from Eric. That's
well, I was going to say, whereabouts in Connecticut? Because I actually went to boarding school in Connecticut.
Really? I was in West Hartford.
Okay, have you heard of? Oh, okay. So it's about an hour and a half. It's South Kent. I was in Kent.
Oh, yep.
You've heard of it? There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Rhode Island, but so I know you told me in your email that you've been doing a lot of like advocacy work throughout the summer. So do you want to maybe talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So I started our Herren Project Club chapter at my school, and so we've been doing a little bit of work through that. Obviously, since we started this year, we weren't able to meet in person or doing any in-person projects. But one little project that we've done so far is we started a program for transfer students coming to our school so that they can meet some of the club members and get acclimated, because we have a program for incoming freshmen, but we didn't have a program for transfer students, for upperclassmen transfer students. So now there's a program between our Herren Project Club members and incoming transfer students so that they can get acclimated. But on a more personal level, I am now a part of our town prevention council, which basically does the same things as the Herren Project. And I also was just recently selected to be a part of my town's Greater Together Community Fund Advisory Committee, which also is very similar to the Herren Project Club, but they focus on more monetary things, and they provide funding for programs like the Herren Project.
She's doing awesome things.
Yeah, she's
good for you. That's awesome. She's killing it. She's killing the game. Good for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, speaking of Herren Project Clubs, I'm gonna toot Herren Project's horn, and I'm gonna say there are youth ambassador applications awaiting. I don't know if you filled it out, but it might be something for you to look into.
I think so.
So why don't you tell us how you started and got involved with Herren Project?
Yeah, definitely. So Chris Herren usually comes to speak at our school every 4 years about. So I haven't been able to see him yet, but I'm hoping he's supposed to come in 2 years. So I'm hoping that we will be able to, because we got funding from our PTO. But our school's administration is obviously very familiar with the Herren Project because of that. So after an anti-bullying assembly earlier in the year, around January, I think, our vice principal reached out to me because he wanted to start a chapter at our school. And I'm very involved in local politics and advocacy and all that. So I knew, and the administration knew, that this would definitely be something that I was interested in. So I just got a bunch of student leaders together. And right now we have about 40 members in our club.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's, oh my God.
Congrats.
Awesome job. That's awesome. I'm going to say something to bring back is the fact that there's a conference next year. So that could be something your group could look into, is doing some virtual fundraising. Awesome. So I know Eric had some other questions. So Eric, did you have any questions you want to ask?
Yeah. So one of the questions is, I know these are uncertain times, and we, no one's been through this before, but getting back to school, what are you looking forward to getting back to school? Like, what are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a really tough transition for a lot of students, because a lot of us are deciding between like our academics and sometimes our health, like which one do we put first? Do we go in person? Do we go virtual? But I think one of the benefits of what our district is doing, which is like a hybrid plan, which is half in person, half virtual half the time, is that when we are in person, groups like our Herren Project Club will be able to meet, which is super awesome, and maybe we'll be able to have some kind of events. Not sure what they'll look like, but it definitely makes planning and extracurriculars a lot easier when school is actually in session, and I'm really excited to get the momentum going again and get back to work, because I think we've had a little bit of a break over the summer, but we got to get back to work.
Well, yes, a big break. But I think that, having the Herren Projects, having the club, I think it'll be a great resource for a lot of people, right? With everything going on and all the stress. And that's kind of, something else was I wanted to ask you, which kind of, funnels into that, is what did you find the most challenging this summer with everything going on? What did you find was the most challenging for you?
Oh, interesting. I would say the inconsistency. I like a consistent schedule, and I like to know like what's going on. I like to plan things, and it's hard not knowing what things are going to be like tomorrow, what things are going to be like next week, because it feels like things are changing a lot lately. And especially with like activities that I'm involved in, it's really hard to like plan things, and especially as a leader of groups like the Herren Project Club, like I don't know how to plan for the upcoming school year, because I don't know what the school year is going to look like and all that stuff. So yeah, I think the hardest part is just not knowing what's going to happen.
So basically routine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, that's a big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, I completely understand. But as a side question, a quick transition, what do you plan to do for your Herren Project Clubs this year?
Well, so our Herren Project Club, since it's so large, we've kind of split it up a little bit. We split it up into two main groups, prevention and inclusion. So the prevention group is going to do a lot of mental health work, mental health advocacy, and also substance abuse prevention. And then the inclusion group is going to work on things like our transfer student program, including we have an alternative high school that is attached to our high school. So we're going to work on including those students more, and also ESOL students who have English as a second language, and students with special needs. We're going to try and get them more involved with our club and try and plan events, including like all students. So yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like, what our events are going to look like, but also, like you said, if our club members decide that they do want to go to the conference, I want to try and do some virtual fundraising. Don't know what that looks like either, but we'll figure that out also.
Yeah, so I completely understand. And something the Herren Project is working on right now is a virtual clubs toolkit. And depending on a lot of advisors' schedules and their ability to help, serve clubs and, be an advisor for them, we've started putting together virtual club toolkit, which helps you navigate the transition of possibly and potentially having to be a virtual club for the first semester or even the next year. So I completely understand, but I think that's absolutely amazing the way you guys have it set up. That's very intriguing, and I think you're kind of hitting all bases. So congrats on that.
Yeah, I like how you hit the different, the inclusion, right? But you mentioned it twice. It's pretty cool, and I feel like you talk about stress and stuff, and having new students come into the school. I think it's cool that you have this program to kind of welcome them with open arms and to help navigate them out. So that's really cool that you're hitting all these different avenues with your club, not just one.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really important to utilize like people's interests too, because obviously people are passionate about different things, and that's a great way to get more students involved in the club too, is to let them do what they're passionate about.
Definitely.
Yes, I completely agree. Yeah, so the virtual toolkit that we'll be sending out will also help you navigate virtual fundraising, as well as different campaigns you can include into your group, and some stuff to do virtually to kind of keep the attention of the club members, virtual volunteering, so many different things to still continuously keep people included. But we know it's a difficult time, and you do what you have to do in order to maintain and do the work that you want to do this year. We don't want anyone to feel as though their community prevention is going to come to a screeching halt. Anything else?
Yeah, I would say keep doing what you're doing, because as I said before, I think that this is going to be needed as much as it ever has been. And I'll just reiterate, I love how you're hitting those different areas with the different, groups, and just keep up the good work. What you're doing is awesome.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's it. I'm just excited to see what happens this year.
Yes. Yeah. I'm so excited to see where you guys go and how your Herren Project Club is going to do. So definitely keep us informed.
Oh, yes, you can follow our social medias too if you want.
Oh, I definitely will. Oh my God, that's awesome. We'll make sure the Herren Project follows you. But don't forget to share this with your friends. And I think this is on the spot, but if you had to create any kind of contest for our viewers, what would the contest be?
That's a good one.
Besides us continuously saying, please comment below and you'll win a gift card.
Yeah, like something like that, like a challenge or something like that.
Yeah, like a challenge or.
Ooh, okay. How about? Well, why don't we make it like something nice? Like, we'll have to send in like a picture of them like doing something good or like a good deed or something like that, and then they can.
Oh, I like that.
I don't know what they would win, but
That's good. I like that. Yeah.
That's actually nice. Spread some positivity. So we'll base the contest this week off of Natalie's ideas. So if you are doing something good, something positive, something kind, and you have, you're doing it right now, send us in a picture and you could potentially win a gift card. Boom, bang, done. You can drop it in the comments. I don't know if you can drop photos in the comments, or you can send it to us at purplecouch@herrenproject.org. So thanks so much, Natalie, for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
All
so
right.
bye.
Bye-bye.
He's an awesome advocate in her community. He's doing so much with the Herren Project Clubs. And we hope to see, more youth ambassador forums as in the next coming weeks as school starts. If you have any questions, you can email us. If you want to get to know more information, you can email us. And again, this week's contest is if you've done something positive, kind, send us a photo and you could possibly win a gift card, and then you'll be featured in the next Purple Couch series. So
I love that.
I know, isn't that
I love that. That was off the cuff too. I couldn't have thought of something that good. That was great.
Literally,
I love that.
Literally, she's awesome. So from our very own. She's doing great. So thanks so much for tuning in this week, and we will catch everyone soon. Don't forget to share, comment, like, and join us in 2 weeks. All right, bye.